And you can see how this defensive tackle is really the magic on this play. Is he pulls to the right, pins that guard and that center into a double team combination, and it just allows for this blitzing linebacker here to just loop around and get right in the quarterback's face for an easy sack. If you guys are looking for fast, cheap, reliable coins for your college football 25 team, check out my coin sponsors at MMOXP and use discount code MONEYSHOT for 5% off your order. Link in the description below.
The champ is here!
Welcome back, Money Team. This is Madden Money Shots. Name out the college cheese as always. In today's video, I got a brand new blitz for you guys. A loop blitz that's been going around from the 3-5 stack, which you know is a defense that I put out about a month or so ago. That's been one of my favorite defenses to use out of the North Texas playbook. Although it's been in my ebooks probably since the game came out. This is one of the first defenses that I noticed. I just saved it for a while because I just wanted to leave it for my ebook audience. But this is probably my favorite defense. It's one of the most flexible defenses in the game. I showed some gameplays out of this. I showed you how to do a blitz out of the Mike Will 3, but there's a new loop blitz which is very similar. It comes right down the A-gap the exact same way. You just don't have to send as many players. On this particular play that I showed you guys, you have to send 5, but the blitz I'm going to show you guys today, you only have to send 4, which is going to make this a slight upgrade, and it's also very consistent. But before I do, as always, please make sure to be a subscriber, hit the like button, let me know in the comment section. If you guys need more help or more money plays, you can download any of my ebooks instantly simply by clicking links in the description or the top hand comment. Now, the play itself is going to be the cover 3 match. I told you guys when I showed the Mike Will 3 that anytime you have a defensive lineman like shooting to one side, like the defensive tackle or the nose tackle is on this particular play, you can see how that's designed to basically pull and pin the center and a guard. Well, the cover 3 match has a very similar concept to that, and it's also the exact same coverage. You have the Mike Will 3, which is obviously a cover 3 match. The cover 3 match is obviously a cover 3 match as well. The only difference is you have one extra cloud defender, you have one extra hook defender, which is definitely going to be a huge improvement. So I'm going to go ahead and pick that play. On offense, I like to pick something that's a little bit of a deeper concept, but I also want to have the running back have the option to essentially block if he wants to. So we're going to pick the bench. Now you can see once again the nose tackle is doing the exact same thing where he's taking a hard angle to the left, and that's basically going to be what sets up this play. Now I've seen a couple of different setups for this, but my setup, the one that I find that works the most consistent, is to spread the defensive line and spread the linebackers, which is D-pad to the left and up and then D-pad to the right and up. And then this guy here, you really just have to move him. I would say just move him like a couple of feet to the right. But that's pretty much it. I'm also going to take this hook curl here, and I'm typically going to move him in just to try to draw the guard 77 over in my direction. If I move him just a little bit closer to the line of scrimmage than the hook curl on the other side, a lot of times it'll help. At least I find it does. It might not actually help, but this is how I'm going to run the play. So this is pretty much it, and I'm just going to drop back once the play starts. You can see how we got the guy. He did loop in there, even though he didn't necessarily make the play because this is a short passing concept. So I don't know if I might have to change to a longer passing concept so we can see the actual benefit. But if we watch this guy here, you can see how he just loops around the tackle. As you can see right here, he loops in. 77 is in my direction. We got a double team on the nose. It almost looks like 52, the guard's the guy that's supposed to pick up the blitzing linebacker. But you can see he gets pinned by that DT, which is the perfect example. And the running back didn't pick him up. The running back didn't even see him. So we'll run this a few more times. Like I said, I might back out and pick a deeper passing play if the computer's getting the ball off too quick. Another thing I see a lot of people do is they also like to QB contain, which I did not do that time. So maybe if I do a QB contain this time, I'll get a little bit of a different result. Maybe we'll get a little bit faster. I'm also going to guess pass. Just so because just to get that guy in a little bit faster, give him a little more of a jump start, and you can see how he loops in there that much better. As this time we get a pick 6, which I'll run back just for posterity. But you can see how the matching principles are very good as well. And if we go to the replay again, you can see how this pressure caused an interception. As this guy here is going to loop in once again, nobody picks him up. And that's because the fact that he's behind these defensive linemen, they're already engaging. And it's difficult for these guys to get off their engagements and to the point where it can make an impact and actually block this guy coming in free. Now I went ahead and I backed out because I want to pick a play that's a little bit more of a downfield passing play, just to make sure that we actually have some opportunity to throw the ball. But I think what I'm going to do, I'm just going to pick random play in general. We'll go ahead and we'll spread that because I do feel like it works better if you spread it. And then we'll just bring this guy in. Hopefully we can get that loop around look one more time. As you can see here, he does loop around, but we get a quick throw. But you can see whether it's an empty backfield, whether there's a running back in the backfield that's blocking, you can see how this guy is going to loop around every single time because the double team's already engaged. But as far as the results, like I said, I'm not too worried about the results. So I'm going to do this one more time because I just want to get a sack for the beginning of the video. But trust me, it's really not that, you know, I plan on putting this out in gameplay. It works very well. I'm not necessarily too concerned with the results here. But you can see how we're getting that loop every single time. And this time, even though we got one of the fastest quarterbacks in the game, we finally get that sack. And you can see how this defensive tackle is really the magic on this play. Is he pulls to the right, pins that guard and that center into a double team combination, and it just allows for this blitzing linebacker here to just loop around and get right in the quarterback's face for an easy sack. Now this blitz doesn't only work for the cover 3 match, it also works for the cover 3 regular, and I have heard people say they've had success with the linebacker blitz. I'm not a huge fan of running cover 0 at all. I prefer cover 3 match, but I will show you guys that it does work with some of these other plays. We'll go with the, since the cover 3 and the cover 3 match look identical, we're just going to show the linebacker blitz 0, as this is something that can work in a lot of different things. The setup for this is really just the same. You're just going to spread the defensive, or spread the linebackers, bring this guy over just a bit to hide him behind the nose, and then you have the option to put these outside linebackers on whatever you want. You can put them on, you know, hard flats to me would probably be ideal, because I think that that's, you know, zig routes really kill this defense, but you can put them on whatever you want, curl flats, or hook curls, whatever. But you also have the option to use the safety on the running back, which I think is probably going to be best, so I can leave those guys to do what they want. And this is probably the best way to run this, as you see, we didn't quite get that same look. The option route there, though, did get taken care of, and we get an interception. Like I said, this to me is not as good because you can see that defensive tackle is not over as much. I think that if you're going to run it like this, you probably want to go back to the original setup of spreading these guys, because I feel like that's probably the best way to go. So we'll go and do that one more time. Like I said, I'm going to actually use one of these hard flats because I don't want to man anybody. And if I'm using this hard flat, I can really get away with going wherever I want. But you can see this play here isn't as effective. We did get a sack there, but you saw how the guard did engage with the nose tackle. I find the cover 3 version is definitely the best, but you can see how this guy here, the 77, I don't know if I didn't do a good enough job of pulling him or what, but 77 did get off to the point where he did slow this blitzer down until he gets that shed. So it wasn't necessarily him getting through right away. But I'll go ahead and I'll try that again. Like I said, I don't really use this version as much, so maybe it was on me. We'll go ahead and I'll leave myself in a blitzing angle here, because I'm dropping back anyway, and maybe this will be the key, is we're going to move this guy over. Maybe we move this guy over too much too. I mean, I might have to just bring him over a little bit closer so that he doesn't get picked up. Maybe we'll shoot him a little bit faster. There's all kinds of things that can be the issue. As you can see right here, now we get that loop. Although he didn't get the sack, as he does get the ball off, even though he's just kind of shooting up a prayer there. But like I said, that's the difference. Maybe I didn't, you know, obviously I spread the defensive line this time, so maybe that created more space. But you can also mess up by bringing this guy over too far. So it's possible that the cover 0 is not as effective, but it could also be like where I'm putting my linebacker. So mess around with this a little bit. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section, how well it works out for you. And then, like I said, I'll probably be putting it out in gameplay this upcoming week, because there's a lot of really good blitzes, especially when it comes to A-gap blitzes coming from this defense. So I'm going to end the video there. Like I said, give this a try. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. And if you want to see some of the defensive gameplay that I already have out from the 3-5 stack that I put out, which, like I said, is my favorite defense, has been that way for a while, I'll have that popping up on screen. Just click links. And until next time, thanks for watching, man. Much it out. Need more help or just want to show your support? Then head over to my Patreon and join my team, where you can get exclusive content like ebooks and bonus plays, as well as early access to my vids and more. Link in the description below.